On today's show, diesel sales are surging despite dropping gasoline prices. Toyota's Tacoma gets fitted with the same grille everyone else seems to be using, and Takata is saved by a sugar daddy. All that and more coming right up on Autoline Daily. This is Autoline Daily for January 8th, 2015. Takata's airbag disaster made us wonder if the company would be able to survive, but after months of bleak news, things are starting to look up for the company. Honda, which has a small stake in Takata, said it will help make sure it can continue operations, and yesterday the chairman of the Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group said it will bail out Takata if it needs the money. Yesterday, we also told you how sales of electric cars are booming in the U.S. market despite plunging gasoline prices. EVs were up 41% last month. Well, guess what? Diesel sales are also booming, despite the fact that diesel fuel is now nearly $2 a gallon, more expensive than gasoline in most parts of the country. Last month, diesel sales were up more than 13%, growing twice as fast as the overall market. Meanwhile, hybrids and plug-ins continue to take it on the chin. Hybrid sales were off 4%, while plug-ins plummeted 22%, and we thank our friends at Ward's for providing us with those numbers. Rolls-Royce is considering following Bentley into the SUV market. Well, why not? SUV sales are booming, especially in the US and China. On the other hand, the vehicle itself could end up looking kinda weird if the current design language is carried over to a utility vehicle, like the Bentley EXP9F, which is an awkward-looking vehicle. So what do you think? Could Rolls-Royce pull off an SUV? Let us know in the comments section below. Still to come, Toyota copies the front-end grille that everyone else is copying. Ford appoints a new executive to get sales going and announces an ambitious experiment in mobility services.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires, your journey, our passion, and by Dow Automotive Systems, breakthrough technologies for lightweight vehicles.
2014 was a great year for car sales, unless your name was Ford Motor Company. Its sales dropped nearly 1%, and it lost a full point of market share. So it comes as no surprise that the executive in charge of sales, John Felice, is retiring. In steps veteran Mark LaNeve, formerly of Volvo and General Motors, who's currently Chief Operating Officer of Ford's global advertising and marketing agency. Mark LaNeve has been a guest on Autoline in the past, and we look forward to having him back again. The long list of vehicles with a trapezoidal grille just got bigger. Toyota's pasting one on the front end of the Tacoma. It just released these pictures ahead of the truck's debut next week in Detroit. While it doesn't look like the cab of the truck changed at all, a new front and rear end are easy to pick out. Up front, there's a new hood, fender arches, headlamps, lower bumper, and the aforementioned grille. While out back, it also gets new fender arches, tail lamps, and tailgate. We'll have to wait till next week to get the rest of the story. Hey, don't forget to join us for Autoline After Hours tonight. Our guest is Bob Hegblum, who was just appointed CEO of the Ram brand. I think we'll learn a lot more about the little Ram 700 pickup truck that makes its U.S. market debut next week at the Detroit Auto Show. Join me and Gary Vasilash for some of the best insider insights in the business, starting live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time at Autoline.tv. Still to come, Ford announces an ambitious experiment in mobility services, and GM teams up with a Silicon Valley startup to improve fuel economy.
For the people at Dow, racing is a sport and a science. We enjoy one and learn from the other. But like most competitive people, we like winning at both. This is the human element at work. Dow.
There's more car news and industry insight from the Autoline Network every day. Take a moment to click that subscribe button. You'll never miss another Autoline episode. Mercedes-Benz stole the automotive headlines at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas this week when it unveiled a concept of a future autonomous car. Dieter Zetsche, the CEO of parent company Daimler, bragged that Mercedes is now the global leader in autonomous vehicles. Well, maybe. Meanwhile, Ford CEO Mark Fields, doing a decent impression of a tech company CEO wearing glasses, jeans, and loafers, announced a mobility plan that's far more comprehensive and ambitious than anything that Daimler announced. Called the Ford Smart Mobility Plan, it involves 25 mobility experiments in markets around the world. 8 in North America, 9 in Europe and Africa, 7 in Asia, and 1 in South America. Some of these experiments have been running for a couple of years, and the company's done a great job of keeping them secret. I did an interview with Mark Fields at CES about this smart mobility plan, and you can get a quick overview of what it's about at our website at Autoline.tv. Variable displacement, or cylinder deactivation, has come a long way since it was first experimented with in World War II, and now it might be taking another step ahead. General Motors is investing in Tula technology, which makes a system called skip-fire, or as I've been calling it, intelligent cylinder deactivation. Rather than shutting off fixed cylinders or switching between a fixed pattern, skip-fire will decide which cylinder or cylinders to deactivate on an individual basis for the best torque at all speeds and loads. Testing shows the system can improve fuel efficiency by as much as 15% when compared to an engine without cylinder deactivation. But there's no word yet on when or which vehicles GM might roll this technology out with. Anyway, that wraps up today's report. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.